Okay, let's look at our warm-up, and I'll let you know you're about to take a quiz on this. This 6 weeks is a short 6 weeks. It's like 5 weeks, so we're really having to cram stuff in here to get all the grades that we need in. So this is kind of a crazy first part of the year here. But anyway, so the first one, it says plane P contains A, B, and C. A different plane, plane Q, contains points B, C, and D. Which of the following represents the intersection of P and Q? Okay, so if you think about this. Okay, plane P has these 3 points. Plane Q has these 3 points on them. I mean, there's more than that, but those are the ones they're naming. So what points do those 2 planes have in common? They have what? B and C. See, this one has a B, this one has a B, this one has a C, this one has a C. So that's what they have in common.
What's the difference between B and C?
Okay, so what's the difference between, yeah, and the problem is the copying is like pretty trashy here.
Oh,
So,
it's supposed to be an arrow.
yeah, on B there's supposed to be a little arrow right there. There's a little arrow right here, and there's supposed to be a little arrow right there, but it's all messed up. So, anyways, which one of those do you think it is? It's B. Yep. Remember, where 2 planes intersect, they intersect at a line. So here they intersect at line BC. Okay, on our number line here, what are we counting by on the number line here?
1.
From here to here is what? Is a half unit. So every line represents a half unit. So from here to here is half. So this is 0, then you have half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. So make sure you're paying attention for that here. So how long is AC?
4.
It's 4. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over the half units. I'm going to hit the holes. So from here to here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, when we're doing distance, there's no such thing as negative distance. That just doesn't make sense. So it's just positive on these. So AC is 4 units long. Okay, how long is CB? Okay, good. It's 1.5. So from here, there's 1.5. Okay, so 1.5. Okay, how long is GA?
9.
It's 9. If you look at it, G is here at 5, and A is over here at -4. So that's 5 from here to here and 4 from here to here. So there's 4 here and then another 5 here. So 5 and 4. That's right, total up to make 9. Okay, how long is DC?
2.5.
It's 2.5. How long is AH?
10.
It's 10. It goes from -4 to +6. That's a spread of 10 there. And then how long is FE?
Half.
Is a half of a unit. Right? It goes from 3.5 to 4. So that's just half a unit right there. Okay, next thing here in the middle, just kind of squeezed in here, it says MP is 32. So that's talking about all the way from here to here is 32. Okay? So all the way from M to P is 32, and then it says that MN is 12. So from here to here is 12. And what we want to know is this: how long is NP? So the whole thing is 32. This is 12 from here to here. How am I going to find this distance from here to here? Is what? Subtract it, right? So I'm going to do 32 minus 12, and it leaves 20. Right? I mean, doesn't that make sense now? You have 20 here, 12 here, so when you do 20 plus 12, that adds up to the total of 32. So that's what we're looking for. It's 20. Okay? Then on the last one, we want to find the value of x, and after we find x, we want to find the actual length of AB and BC. So right now, the problem with me knowing how long AB is I don't know what the value of x is, so I've got to find x. So how are we going to set up an equation here to find the value of x? Okay, equals? Good. All right, so it looks like this. Whoops, sorry. 2x plus 10 plus 9x plus 11 adds up to the total of 142. All right, so on the left-hand side, when we combine like terms, all right, when we combine our x's, so we have a 2x and a 9x. So together, what do those make? 11x. And then I've got my constants, just a single number. So 10 and 11 together make what? Make 21 equal 142. Then what? Subtract 21. These zero out, that leaves 11x equals, well, it equals 121. Then what do we do? Divide by 11 on both sides. That way these 11s turn into a 1. We get 1x equals 11, so x equals 11. Okay? Now, I want to know how long AB is. So the problem with AB to start off with is that x. I didn't know what the x is. Do I know what the x is now? What is the x?
11.
It's 11. So I'm going to take 11. I'm going to plug it right in there for x. So I'm going to have 2 times 11 plus 10 to tell me how long that is. Yeah, so 2 times 11 is what? 22, and then 22 plus 10. It's going to be 32. And then for BC, I'm going to plug in 11 there. So I'm going to do 9 times 11 plus 11. And what's that going to give me? It's going to give me 110. Okay, then one other thing I want to say that we didn't have on the warm-up, but is the idea of a midpoint, okay? What does it mean to be a midpoint?
Right in the middle.
It means it's exactly in the middle. And so if it's exactly in the middle, it makes 2 equal pieces, okay? So just remember that. Midpoint means it's exactly in the middle. Okay, I'll let you hang on to your warm-ups today, and you can use any notes that you have for this quiz. Okay, so what we're doing today really is just practicing some more of the same. So let's look at your notes here. Okay, go ahead and find the length on those real quick on this first group here, this first 9 here. Okay, you may not have time to finish the whole thing, but how long is AB?
3.1. Oh, wait.
So from here you have, here's 1, 2.5 units. So AB is 2.5.
If you have 2.5 and 1, is it equal 1? Or equal 1?
Say that again.
Okay.
If you have 2 halves, does that equal 1? Yes. Yeah, so if you have a half on this end and a half on that end, yeah. Yeah, that adds another one to it. Okay? So, never mind. Let's see here. So how long is CH? It's 6. You can see C is at 0, right? C is at 0 and H is at 6. I mean, from 0 to 6, that's easy. That's just 6 units. Okay, how long is GA? 9 units. BD?
4.
Okay, so good. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 whole units. Yep. All right. What about EF? It's half. GF is 1. Okay, BG is 6.5. DG is 2.5, and then HA is 10. Okay. All right, if MN is 12 and MP is 19, how long is MP? Yep, just add them up, right? So it should be 12 plus 19. Okay, that should be pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and skip down to this next group. Okay, so again, same stuff we did on Friday, yeah? And today's Tuesday. Had Labor Day off yesterday. So how do we set up the equation here to solve for x?
3x plus 5x minus 3 equals 29.
3x plus 5x minus 3 equals 29. So then what do I do on the left-hand side there?
Combine.
Combine like terms. I got a 3x and a 5x, so that's 8x minus 3 equals 29. Add 3. So that zeroes out. That leaves 8x equals 32. Divided by 8. So x equals 4, and if x equals 4, how long is AB? 12. How do you know AB is 12? Yeah, you plugged in the 4 for x, right? You took this 4, you plugged in for x, and 3 times 4 is 12. Then how long is BC? 17? Yep. Because you plug in 4 right here, so you do 5 times 4 minus 3. That's 20 minus 3 is 17. Okay, so on this one, let's just set it up. So you get 7x minus 3 plus 4x plus 2 equals 120. Right, that's how you'd set it up. So you get 11x, I'm just going to work it real quick. So you get 11x, and then minus 1 equals 120. Then you add 1, so 11x equals 121. Divide by 11, so x equals 11 here. That'd be 77. Minus 3 would be 74. And 44 would be 46. That'd be 110, 120. Yeah. So same thing that we did. Same thing. Okay, next one says B is the midpoint. Okay, what does it mean to be the midpoint? It's exactly in the middle. So we could do this two different ways. I could say, okay, if the whole thing from A to C is 84, okay, from A to C is 84, how long is it going to be from A to B?
4x minus 2.
Well, just thinking about if I go this way, this is a different way to think about it. I haven't really talked about this, but it's just as easy, really. So the whole thing is 84. If B is the midpoint, it's going to cut that in half. How long is this going to be?
42.
42. So that's another way you could do it. You could just put 4x minus 2 equals 42. That'd be one way to do it. Or the other way that we kind of talked about is like this. Okay, if B is the midpoint, I know that this piece and this piece are equal. So if AB is 4x minus 2, how long is BC?
4x.
It's got to be 4x minus 2. So two ways to look at it. I mean, it's going to give you the exact same thing. It's the same idea. It's just splitting it up in a different way. So you get 4x minus 2 plus 4x minus 2 equals 84. Right? And the reason I could put this 4x minus 2 here is because it said that B is the midpoint. So that's how I know that this piece and this piece are equal. That's how I know that this piece and this piece are equal. And then from there, it's just doing algebra. So we get 8x minus 4 equals 84. Just combining all my like terms. And we add 4. So 8x equals 88. Divide by 8. Getting a bunch of 11s today. And if x is 11, x equals 11, how long is AB? 4 times 11 minus 2. 4 times 11 is what? 44, and then 44 minus 2. It's going to be 42, which we knew that, right? We already kind of said that up there. So really all this work was just to find x. All right.